Hello everybody, Nicholas Snow here, your favorite promo homo, and happy Palm Springs Pride. This event is actually taking place on October 16th, 2023, and it's the prestigious Pride Honors Awards celebrating remarkable advocates. And guess what? I'm bringing you the entire awards presentation in this episode. The awards recognize the tireless efforts of 6 individuals and 1 organization who have advanced the cause of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer individuals, shaping a more inclusive world for us all. Now, the 2023 recipients, I actually know all of them. The Spirit of Stonewall Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Donald Beck. The Spirit of Stonewall Organization of the Year, Brothers of the Desert, of which I'm a proud media partner. The Spirit of Stonewall Community Service Award goes to Miss Patsi. The Spirit of Stonewall Volunteer of the Year Award goes to Beverly Swigert. The Stonewall Spirit of Pride Award goes to Jace Nagaya. And last but not least, the Spirit of Stonewall Friend of Pride goes to Greg and Dee Dee Barton. Ron DeHart, president of Palm Springs Pride, says, "This is not a group that seeks attention or applause. They quietly serve, and we are grateful for the profound impact they have had and continue to have in our community." And that's from Ron DeHart, president and CEO of Palm Springs Pride, who goes on to say, "The award ceremony promises to be a night of inspiration and celebration, bringing together LGBTQ plus activists, allies, and supporters from all walks of life. Recipients embody the spirit of pride, and their work has created positive change. We are proud to honor these champions of diversity, unity, and love," he adds. So that's what's coming up. Stay tuned. By the way, this special episode is sponsored by Hopeful Sexual. If you go to hopefulsexual.com, it will take you directly to the Amazon store where this line of shirts is available in all sorts of shapes, sizes, styles, and colors, and it's two-sided. So, in addition to being a fun t-shirt, the whole purpose behind it is to inspire authentic human connection while simultaneously combating sexuality-based shame and stigma. So I'm a proud hopeful sexual, and maybe you are too. And with that, stay right where you are because I'm having the entire Pride Honors celebration just ahead. PromoHomo.TV is all about empowering you, our communities, and our world. For their support of PromoHomo.TV, I wish to thank my sponsors: Willie's Modern Fare, 1501 Uptown Gastropub, and 849 Restaurant and Lounge. 3 restaurants, unlimited flavors. Shouting out to my media partners: Pink Media, amplifying PromoHomo.TV across the Twitterverse with their #ILoveGay campaign. GayDesertGuide.lgbt, and KGay 1065 Palm Springs, available worldwide. Ask your smart speaker to play KGAY. It's as simple as this. We will save our democracy in 2024, or we will watch the United States implode. I'm Nicholas Snow, and this crisis we face is why I have launched The Snowstorm, a nightly hot topics panel discussion show in which I will curate your social media comments into the show, and we will connect the conversation to action we can take to save America.
Watch The Snowstorm nightly at 6 p.m. Pacific at PromoHomo.TV.
All right, good evening, everyone. We are going to go ahead and get our program underway. My name is Ron DeHart, and I'm the president of Palm Springs Pride. Welcome. On behalf of the Greater Palm Springs Pride Organization and our board organizing committee, everybody we're happy to see you all here for the 2003 Pride Honors Awards. Yeah. Palm Springs Pride is a catalyst for celebrating the strength, equality, diversity, and self-determination of the LGBTQ communities locally and globally. Tonight, we celebrate the Pride Honors Awards. The awards recognize individuals who have contributed to advancing the causes of LGBTQ individuals, and we celebrate our allies. We extend a warm welcome to those who we are honoring tonight, and to all of you for joining us to support them, their neighbors, colleagues, and friends. Welcome. I will invite our Mayor of Palm Springs. What city are we in? You think I would know what the situation is here. So at this time, I'd like to invite Mayor Gardner of the City of Palm Springs to offer a welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you all tonight. I love attending the Pride Honors Awards because every year it's just such an incredible group of people that are being honored. And the next year I always think, well, who are they gonna pick? And of course it's another powerhouse group, because that's what Palm Springs brings. We have these incredible residents who will go above and beyond to support their community, and especially the LGBTQ+ community. So I'm very excited to know many of you in this room, to know many of the honorees, to be invited by an honoree to be here today. And I thank you all for your immense contributions to the LGBTQ+ community, and a big, big congratulations. I am also very excited that I get to present the first award, tonight's Spirit of Stonewall Organization of the Year. The award acknowledges an outstanding club, organization, or business that has had a positive impact on the people they serve and has a demonstrated commitment to supporting the LGBTQ communities in the Coachella Valley. Established in 2017 by a group of Black gay men in response to shared feelings of isolation and disconnection, the Brothers of the Desert has thrived in their mission to nurture and support Black gay men and allies through education, advocacy, social networking, volunteerism, philanthropy, and mentorship. Community engagement events include an annual wellness summit, which is coming up, November 11th, Brothers Got Talent, a quarterly social event, publishing Drumbeat, a monthly newsletter, and hosting a speaker series. They also host events for Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, and Juneteenth. They have also dedicated more than $10,000 in support of 4 scholarship programs for Black and LGBTQ+ student success, and created a member support fund and a discussion group series for Black gay men over 50. They truly do it all. The 75-member organization includes Black men who identify as gay, queer, bisexual, or same-gender loving, and allies of any race, gender, or sexual orientation who support or contribute to the well-being of Black gay men. I consider myself part of that. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Spirit of Stonewall Organization of the Year Award, Brothers of the Desert.
So good evening, everybody. Come on. Get it. Come on, hey, how are you? All right. First of all, thank you so much for this honor for our organization. It means a lot to us. I want to start by being a bit serious, though, and letting you know that we organized because we felt like we needed to organize. We organized about 5 years ago, really recognizing that as Black gay men, we wanted to be more visible, we wanted to be more connected, we wanted to be more a part of the larger LGBTQ plus community, and that it was important for us to support each other, and then do the work of supporting community, the LGBT community and the Black community, because it was important to talk about both of those intersections. We have done that. We've done that. And so after the first couple of years, we created this nonprofit organization that Grace just beautifully described in terms of our mission and what we've been able to accomplish. We are so grateful to be here in the Coachella Valley, because this is a place that has been very supportive of us. But one of the things I just want to say again, and Ron used this word earlier about diversity. I would also say that all of us in this room would say, oh, we really champion diversity, and that's important. And we champion inclusivity, and we champion equity. But what I feel like we've been able to create is a way of demonstrating how that can happen in a community like Coachella Valley. I feel like this organization has changed the way in which Black people and Black gay men are seen here, that we are vital, excellent people who've been in this community for a long time and people who contributed to this community for a long time. So I'm so grateful that we're being recognized, but the work is not over. I think that there's still a lot of work to do with regard to inclusivity and diversity within the LGBTQ plus community, but we've done what we have been able to do as Black gay men to change some of the dynamics of isolation and disconnection that we felt by creating this organization. I want you to please, we're gonna have them on the table, come to the Wellness Summit. It's on November 11th. All of our organization events are open to everybody. And so even though it emanates from the experience of Black gay men, what we do and what we create and what we present is open to all of our allies who we also really want to join us in creating this diverse community. I also want to say that we're going to be so excited to be marching down that street, riding in that convertible, because it's going to, if you've been to one of our events, you know they're what? Yes, all the F words, all the F words. Effing fabulous, or effing fabulous. That's how much they are. They're going to be fun, they're going to be fabulous. We want your support. We want you to be marching with us or cheering us on, because Black LGBTQ plus excellence is on display here with this organization. And all of these people have been part of it. And we're here to stay. We've been part of the community, and we'll continue to be part of the community, and we're only growing. So get used to it. We're even getting bigger and stronger. Thank you for this award.
All right, congratulations, Brothers of the Desert. It's so great to see you all being recognized in the community. So I introduced Mayor Gardner from the city of Palm Springs, and I'd like to acknowledge, before we go further, we have City Council Member Raymond Gregory from Cathedral City here in the audience, over here. And we have some individuals who expertly help guide the Pride organization's mission of fostering pride and respect for the LGBTQ communities locally and globally in the House. From our board of directors, Bill Wheeler is here. And we have some of our fabulous frontline volunteers. Jacqueline James is here. Mitch Battersby's here, and Bonnie Burrows here. Great volunteer team. So this ceremony helps us focus attention on how far we have come as a community, and it serves as a call to affirm our commitment to the fight for equality, acceptance, and visibility. It is the spirit of solidarity that we celebrate what it means to be a member of this beautiful community, to remember those we have lost, and to look toward the future and what it holds for the LGBTQ community and people worldwide. We extend our appreciation to all our community stakeholders, Pride sponsors, and donors who are helping to make our work possible. Special thanks to tonight's presenting sponsor, who since 2015 has supported this event, and that's Desert Care Network, and they've got representatives here tonight. And another true partner of Pride in Palm Springs is Hilton Palm Springs, and a shout out to Hilton for hosting us tonight. Our recipients have made valuable contributions in business, volunteerism, leadership, community building, wellness, and civil rights. With the help of previous honorees and community input, the Greater Palm Springs Pride Organization, we select these individuals annually to honor. In addition to the beautiful glass award that looks like a mountain, honorees are also tonight receiving certificates of recognition from the City Council from Palm Springs and Assembly Member Greg Wallace. And now, we have another presentation.
Good evening. We're the Irvines. I'm Ellen. This is my beautiful wife, Kay. We feel really grateful and honored tonight to be here to talk about our friends Dee Dee and Greg Wilson Barton. They're amazing community members and really good humans. So we're here to recognize our friends and respected leaders of the community, Greg Barton and Dee Dee Wilson Barton, and they're the co-founders of Barton CPA. They opened their Palm Springs accounting firm in 2007 to bring their expertise in registered domestic partnerships to the LGBTQ community and to serve clients across the United States. I can say I'm a very pleased client. Inclusivity and human rights are the core values of their firm. They're true allies. Greg and Dee Dee have long supported their teen, now a beautiful 22-year-old daughter, through a positive introduction to living life as an LGBTQ individual. Their community and philanthropic focus are on the LGBT community, women, children in education, medical assistance to low-income individuals, people experiencing homelessness, and food insecurity.
Over the last 5 years, our commitment to our community has included being the top sponsor to the Harvey Milk Diversity Breakfast. If you haven't been to that event, mark it on your calendar for next May, because it's really fabulous. Year after year, they are moved, and they've inspired 300 young people who are bussed in every year to learn all about Harvey Milk to keep that legend alive. Dee Dee has served as the chair of the Palm Springs Human Rights Commission and as a board member of the Foundation for the Palm Springs Unified School District. The Bartons also support the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert. Join us in congratulating the recipients of the Spirit of Stonewall Friend of Pride Award, our friends, neighbors, Greg and Dee Dee Wilson Barton.
thought CPAs were boring. Okay, Ellen K., I love you. I just love you. So thank you, that was amazing. Do not start now. Do not. Okay. They stole a lot of my story. But they're very attractive, so I forgive them. 16 years. Greg and I are celebrating 16 years living and doing business in our little haven here in the low desert. You know, before then, when our kids were really little, we lived in the high desert. And then 9/11 happened. And then the political landscape shifted. And our family wasn't safe. We had 2 little kids. One of them didn't fit in with the norms. We had 3 big dogs. And like the Clampetts, we loaded up the caravan and we came to Palm Springs because we wanted to be part of a vibrant and compassionate and accepting and safe community. Anybody who knows us knows we're in it for the business, but we were also in it to thrive. That was our core defining value. We were determined that joy, authenticity, resilience, and success were not going to be negotiable. And then we got the hell out of the high desert. We wanted fresh air. We thought we could live with a little extra sunshine. And we wanted a chance to really use our financial and accounting expertise and serve the needs of people who wanted a CPA with heart, passion, a sense of fun, and an expertise in, at that time, was serving non-traditional families. Well, drag now, drag forever. We'd only been here a couple of months when we took our little daughters to their first Pride parade. The little one screaming, "Oh, Mom, there goes a drag queen." And another one, and another one. Drag now, drag forever. And my quiet older daughter looked around, most specifically at Dykes on Bikes, and saw women that looked like her. It all felt right. As Ellen and Kay said, we started with a specialty in registered domestic partnership. When our gay brothers and sisters could not get legally married, we found a way to serve and take care of people in a financial way, and that became the anchor and the base of building our business. When I was sitting on the Human Rights Commission with Wes, we got invited to the Harvey Milk, one of the first Harvey Milk diversity breakfasts. It was a small meeting room in the Hilton here, sort of in the back. It was at 9:30 on a Friday morning, and I was promised bacon. The bacon was delicious. But the experience was so much more that we have sponsored the Harvey Milk Diversity Breakfast ever since. And if you've ever seen me ugly cry at that event, please don't show the videos. We have 4 offices, wonderful people. And by the way, I had a whole one-liner tonight that was like, you still have 5 hours to get your taxes done, come see one of our staff. And at 11 a.m. today, the IRS moved the tax filing deadline for the state of California. Okay, I love you. So you have a month, and we're still available to you over here in the corner. Yeah, we're not boring now. You might need us now. Ron, I want to thank you. You have been a friend and a hero and somebody I admire so much. And I want to thank the Greater Palm Springs Pride Board of Directors. Could you have come up with an easier name? Like just the Pride Board would have been good. I want to thank you so much for this honor. And what I really need to do is I need to thank the amazing Barton CPA team. Could you all stand up? Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! And stay standing. Stand up. Eve, stand up. Ellen, stand up. If you're at our table and you're not Paisley, stand up. Let me tell you something about this group of people. The open-heartedness of this group of people, the awareness of the importance of inclusivity among this group of people, and their incredible graciousness. It is how they treat one another, and it is how they treat our clients and members of our community. I am so grateful that you share our values and you carry them into the world of finance and accounting and tax. Finally, I would like to publicly acknowledge someone who gets very little acknowledgement from me, and that is my husband and business partner. I want to thank you because even though you are profane, sometimes entitled, you are never boring. But if we're going to drill down for 1 second before Ron shoots me, I'm going to say you are a little bit of an old white man from a straight white old man from Glendora, and you never had to be asked, and you never had to be coached to be open. When we met 30 years ago, my best friends were a gay couple. You met my friends, you loved them, you loved me, and we ended up raising our children together. That is who Greg is. Because of Greg, we were able to build this amazing financial services firm with heart. Sometimes I take you for granted, but I want to thank you for your incredible involvement and commitment to me, our daughters, and this community.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Greg and Dee Dee. Greater Palm Springs Pride is not only a celebration highlighting the LGBTQ community and civil rights movement, but it's also a highly significant, free, and fun cultural tourism attraction. This week, Pride Week in Palm Springs will mark the largest number of LGBTQ individuals to ever gather in the city of Palm Springs. I know we're all anxious for the next honoree, but as I looked around the audience, I didn't want it to go unmentioned. But we're here with some incredible people that have been recognized before. Raymond Gregory and Wes Rankins, Spirit of Stonewall Pride Award recipients from 2014. Carrie Hendricks, Spirit of Pride from 2017. Our emerging leader in 2018 was none other than Lena Ingram. And since they're here also from 2018, Matthew and Tom, our community grand marshals back here. Ellen Irvine, Spirit of Pride Award recipient from 2019. And Nino Eilitz. Nino is, there we are. Nino was the Spirit of Pride recipient in 2022. So for the honorees tonight, you know that you're hooked for life and you have to come to this event from here on out, right? But thank you for the past honorees for being here, because once an honoree, you're always an honoree. More importantly, we thank you for being present, visible, and vocal in the community.
Like a diamond, you alone. You cut my heart like that, just like that. Like a lion, uncontrolled. Your mark is on my back, just like that. In it for the big thrill. Yeah, you play games with my mind, always, all of the time. In it for the big win. Yeah, you own all of my mind, always, all of the time. All the time. Collide with me, come out with me, and I go for you. Divine and free, go ride with me. Yeah, we'll go. Like the fire in, lose control. We like to burn out fast. We're hot like that. Like a diamond, you alone. You cut my heart like that, just like that. Yeah, in it for the big thrill. Yeah, you play games with my mind, always, all of the time. Yeah, in it for the big win. Yeah, you own all of my mind, always, all of the time. All the time.
But thank you for the past honorees for being here, because once an honoree, you're always an honoree. More importantly, we thank you for being present, visible, and vocal in the community. Thank you for continuing to give a voice to those who are often unheard. Next, we have another presenter.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Patrick Jordan, and I'm the board chair for DAP Health. I have to say, I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to present tonight's Spirit of Stonewall Lifetime Achievement Award. The award recognizes an individual whose lifetime body of work has left a lasting major imprint on the LGBTQ community through activism, inspiration, and service to others. The 2023 Spirit of Stonewall Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is Mr. Donald Beck. While Don is rocking his way up here, I want to say a few more words. Born in Youngstown, Ohio in 1932, a Korean War veteran, Donald Beck has been a resident of Palm Springs for 42 years. Before moving to the desert, he lived in Los Angeles for 35 years, where he was an award-winning celebrity hairstylist and a salon owner in Beverly Hills. After moving to the Coachella Valley, Donald was the wig master, as they call it, working with Riff Markowitz and the Palm Springs Follies for many, many years. He was also an actor, albeit a self-described ham, I'm told, performing in The Girl from the Golden West and Pirates of Penzance at the McCallum Theater, and you might have seen him on several episodes of General Hospital. Throughout his life, Donald has volunteered for many organizations, but almost 40 years ago, in 1984, he was one of the founders of AIDS Project of the Desert, which then became Desert AIDS Project, and which you all know now as DAP Health. As the board chair of DAP Health, I can assure you, there is not one day that it doesn't go by where I haven't thought about Donald Beck and the vision of our founders. It was a gift that they gave to our community by taking care of people who no one else wanted to take care of, compassionately and with equity. That's what makes DAP Health today, and that is the basis of our mission and how we carry that gift forward, because of people like this man right here. Not only has Donald done that, he's also volunteered with the Betty Ford Center and Desert Regional Medical Center's hospice since 1991. He's been a hairdresser for hospice patients and for heart patients at Mended Hearts. He's also volunteered to read to children at Cathedral City Elementary School. Donald met his husband and best friend, Jeffrey Webb, in 1990. They spent 28 years together until Jeffrey succumbed to a battle with Parkinson's disease. At age 91, Donald still has an insatiable desire to learn and explore and has traveled extensively. Donald is also a support group facilitator for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's caregivers at the Alzheimer's Coachella Valley. During his free time, he also enjoys creatively expressing himself through painting, sculpture, and poetry. Now that is a well-rounded human being. Please welcome community treasure, Donald Beck.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank the board of directors of the Pride, the Palm Springs Pride. I am honored to receive this honor. I'm not sure how I got here because I'm just living my life the way I want to do it. I was told, or I always thought, that when you reach a certain age, like in the movie industry, and you haven't won an Oscar your whole life, they give you a Lifetime Achievement Award. Here I am. I have marched in probably all the pride parades here, Los Angeles, Long Beach, at various times. I don't think I've missed one. I first started around 1970, I believe, in Los Angeles. And I rode on a float with a 16-foot dinosaur, purple dinosaur, stuffed. And I've done many other marches. My first one in Palm Springs was not a march, but it was a celebration at Demuth Park. And that was around 1979, I think. I'm not quite sure on the date, so don't quote me. But I was so overwhelmed at that gathering. There were so many of my friends that I hugged that I knew wouldn't be there for the next one. And that's what drove me to help start the DAP. Originally, we were so afraid to call it AIDS of the desert. We called it the 4 C's: consultation, counseling, community center. Because Bogart was the mayor at the time, and he had headlines in the paper that said, "AIDS, go home, we don't want you in Palm Springs." Well, I won't say what I think about Bogart. I'm so glad they took that statue away. He was the biggest, and I have to say. My quest now is to continue helping the children, the youngsters that are gay and bisexual. It's when I grew up, it was really unmentioned. I was a hairdresser, so I've been out all my life. I mean, I had customers would say to me, new ones sometimes, "Are you happy being homosexual?" And I'd say, "Yes. Do you want to come and meet my husband?" They were, but that's where their life was at that time. Again, I want to thank the board and all the people that did whatever it did to get me here. And I'm grateful. And my next thing is, what's next?
Oh yeah, that's a starter. Now you did it. Okay, so I'm Chris Reed. I'm going to hold this here. And so I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing the honoree, recognized as the Spirit of Stonewall. Thank you. Volunteer of the Year, and that would be my friend Beverly Swikert. Surprise! So the Volunteer of the Year Award recognizes an individual for outstanding contributions to the betterment of our community. As a teenager, lacking strong family relationships and raising herself, She learned even small acts of kindness could change a person's life. Her passion has always been volunteering to help those in need. Beverly's first charity fundraiser was in 1984 for the family of a gay friend who passed away from AIDS. And I'm sure you all know Bev. She has organized and hosted a variety of events to raise funds for animal shelters, homeless, senior centers, youth organizations, community theater, muscular dystrophy, HIV/AIDS, and cancer-related organizations. And even after Beverly was diagnosed with a life-threatening disease, she never wavered from her quest to help others. For the last 7 years, she has supported local charities through her organization, Palm Springs Crave. And if you haven't had enough emails, oh good. The beneficiaries include L Fund, Well in the Desert, Palm Springs Sanctuary, Palm Springs Women Jazz Festival, HRC, DAP Health, and Palm Springs Pride. So please welcome the Spirit of Stonewall Volunteer of the Year, Beverly Swiker.
So I just want to show you that I have a lot of notes. Are you all ready? I'm kidding. They're not us. This is from a businessman. I like to wing it. So, can you all hear me? The gentleman that just spoke, you touched my heart. I think you know someone that I was very dear to. And I didn't know that. For a lot of you that don't know me, I lived here in 1979 when I was there at Duluth Park. I want you to know that. Big time. And I have a feeling you were a good friend of a friend of mine that's also was a hairstylist who recently passed away. Anyway, I just want to say that I really enjoy living back in the desert. I came back in the desert here about 10 years ago. I bought a home. And I realized that there was so much that wasn't happening for women. And that there was all these wonderful organizations for men, but there was no avenue for women to go out. Well, for those of you that know me, I love music. In fact, I'm known as a disco queen. Yes. And I gotta tell you, I love music, and yes, I'm a tambourine, I'm a percussionist. And I love giving back. And I found that there was a need for a place and avenue for women to make a difference in the community just by having a good time. And I want to thank everybody in this room. My heart goes out to all of you. I love you all, right? And it's really important. I want to say something how this all started. Thank you so much, by the way, Chris. I appreciate what you just said. Yes, I started out a long time ago. A very dear friend of mine passed away from AIDS. I had my brother's gay, and I had 2 gay male roommates, and I had a 3-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. So we shared a shower, and this is when AIDS was no one knew, right? And I opened up my home, and I realized how important this was, and what it meant. And so that's how I started doing what I do, right, as far as giving back to communities and giving back to people and their families. And it really does. Everything that you all do and everybody out there in the universe does, my events are $20 you get in maximum. And that $1 of the $20 that you give makes a big difference. It really does. You times that up times 100, times 1,000, and you've raised money for wonderful organizations. So I want to thank you all so much for attending the Palm Springs Parade events. I'm going to plug some things here if it's okay with everybody. October 28th, I'm having an event for the L Fund, and I love the L Fund, right? So that's going to be over at, oh my gosh, where am I having it? Oh, Impala. I've got a lot of events going on over at Impala from 7 to 11. Halloween costume party. Boys, show us your costumes, please. On November 4th, I'm hosting an event at V Wine Lounge, and that is for the LGBTQ Center. Please show up. I'm going to have a great DJ. And November 5th, I don't know how I'm doing this. Ron, you kind of messed up my schedule, sweetheart. So I got to tell you, so I was planning to be on a 52-foot rig or something with Impala, with Pulp Vixen banging away. And then all of a sudden I found out that I was nominated for this. And I didn't call him for what, 4 or 5 days? I thought it was a joke. I thought, who would be so mean and terrible to do such a thing like that, right? I couldn't believe it. So I spoke to a couple of my friends at church that day, and they read it, and it passed it around at Lulu's. They said, oh my God, it's real. I go, really? It's really real? Oh my goodness. Well, what do I do? So then I called him up and I said, you still gotta be a joke, right? He said, no, this is real. So now I'm verklempt, and I'm not even Jewish. I'm verklempt because, oh my God, there's a float, and now I'm in a vintage car. I have one request. Can it be a nice, long Cadillac, please? I just want a Cadillac, okay? Nothing new, lots of vintage and white. All right, so listen, thank you so much. Please support Palm Springs Parade, and what an honor. I'm very humbled. Thank you.
So many great awardees here tonight. I am honored to be in their presence. My name is Raymond Gregory. I'm a former mayor and current city council member for the city of Cathedral City. I'm also a member of the board for Safe Schools Desert Cities. And I'm here tonight to award the Spirit of Stonewall Community Service Award. So back in the early 1980s, Miss Patsi was created by her alter ego, Tommy Koken, having been inspired by the life and stylings of Miss Patsy Cline, and began her mission of supporting deserving charities. Upon her humble beginnings, our Patsy went on to win a number of royalty titles within the gay rodeo circuits, where funds she raised supported rodeo events for LGBTQ+ communities. Having retired from the rodeo circuit, Patsy now invites hundreds of guests each month for dinner at various local restaurants for a fun event lovingly known as Dinner with Patsy. By passing her big red hat and collecting spare change from attendees, Miss Patsy has raised north of $100,000 for as well as bringing revenue to local restaurants and what otherwise might be a slow night. And she has received many donations, many bags of food for the Cathedral City Senior Center Food Bank, where she and her husband Michael also volunteer. This year, the official Cathedral City High School choir asked Miss Patsy to help them lead their effort to raise funds needed to send the choir to Ireland, a life-changing experience for these kids, many of which have never been on an airplane, many have never been out of California or even the Coachella Valley. Patsy rallied the community and promptly raised the $80,000 the choir needed. And if you know Miss Patsi, these charity aspirations have just begun. So for dedication to fundraising to benefit our communities, and for consistently choosing to put her energy and talents toward helping others, please join me in congratulating Miss Patsi, also known as Tommy Koken, as recipient of the 2023 Spirit of Stonewall Community Service.
Don't go too far with that, sweetie. You know how I feel about baubles. See, I have this speech all written out, but he already talked about most of it. So we're going to start off like we always do at my dinners. Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. Clap 3 times for the prettiest drag queen in the room. Welcome to Dinner with Patsi. Now, I stole that little ditty from the Boys and Girls Club of Cathedral City. Thank you, Scott. If you ever feel down, call over to the Boys and Girls Club and ask for a tour. It will take your heart and it will shoot it through a rocket to the moon. Those children and everything that's going on down there is spectacular. I don't have a favorite charity. However, my first charity that I believe in is the Boys and Girls Club of Cathedral City Senior Center. Because I honestly believe that food insecurity for seniors and our community is disgusting. So therefore, every dinner with Patsi, I ask y'all to just shop the sales, those 5 for $5 and 10 for $10. Pick up a couple extra, drop them off at my house, bring them to dinner. I can put it to good use. So anyway, all right. Dinner with Patsi actually was started when I turned to my husband and said, what the hell are we going to do with a walk-in closet full of drag? Just saying. So I didn't want to perform anymore because, you know, we have done this walking after midnight and have gone crazy and I fall to pieces and, you know, I just can't do it no more. So Michael and Glenn and I had cocktails and we came up with Dinner with Patsi. And it is such a fun way to help your community. A restaurant gets to have a fantastic night. B, we're creating revenue for the city. C, you know, purses and wallets are just way too heavy these days. So I'm helping to lighten that load for you guys. You know, loose change, spare checks, you know. I mean, I used to go into the bank and say, I can't be overdrawn, I have all these checks left. So, you know, we do that for the community, and then I get to be the prettiest one, no offense ladies, in high heels and hair. So that's how this got started. I had no idea that in 6 years, we would raise over $100,000 and turn around and give it away. I had no idea that different organizations would be coming to me and asking for help and restaurants calling. So I want to clear up one little thing. I was part of a whole group of people along with GED Magazine and parents of the high school choir and business program people We were the group that raised the $80,000 to send those darlings to Ireland. I helped, but I didn't do it all myself. So besides, I might have to borrow this line, thank you to the Academy. I really do appreciate this, and you know, you're gonna go to dinner anyway. Why not come have dinner with the prettiest drag queen in town? Yes. Where do you want us to picture at? Over there? Okay. Right there. Honey, I'm the one in heels. A new brooch.
That's a hard act to follow. Good evening, everybody. My name is Stephen Hankey, and it is my distinct honor and privilege to be here tonight to introduce my friend, the recipient of the 2023 Spirit of Pride Award, Jason Agaya. You know, Jason and I met during the COVID pandemic at an outdoor fitness class that had created a community when I needed a community most. And that friendship has continued and is so special to me. Jace is a native Californian whose passion for fitness, dedication to serving the community, and inclusivity are helping to change the landscape of wellness in Palm Springs. Jace, a recognized fitness instructor, saw the need for an inclusive fitness environment and created Endeavor with Jace, a unique and free, low-impact cardio class. His experiences overcoming hurdles in the fitness industry profoundly influenced the development of his classes. He created a haven where individuals from all walks of life could embark on their wellness journey without inhibitions and where they could be seen, heard, and valued. Jace's family is from the Fiji Islands, and at the core of his ethos is the understanding that representation matters. As a person of color and a member of the LGBTQ community, he uses the wisdom of overcoming adversity to foster a fitness environment that empowers participants to focus without the hindrance of self-doubt or exclusion. And Jace's impact reaches into the very heart of the community he serves. In early 2023, the City of Palm Springs Human Rights Commission recognized his community service work. And you'll see Jace volunteering to lead warm-up sessions at local 5K runs and supporting organizations that align with his commitment, including the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert, DAP Health, AAP Food Samaritans, and Palm Springs Pride. And so if you would please join me in congratulating Jason Agaya as the 2023 Spirit of Pride honoree.
I knew I should have peed before we started. All right. Well, thank you so much. This is such an honor. So this is my second award this year, so I appreciate the visibility and the opportunity to have a platform to talk about what's most important to me, and that's inclusivity and what I'm doing with my class. So I want to start with a very special thank you to Greater Palm Springs Pride for this honor. It's amazing. Let's see, I want to thank my dear friends and my greatest supporters right over here at my table. So Will Dean, Steve Hankey, Grace Garner, Sherman Tam, my amazing student, Carol, who supported me since my first day teaching, and of course, Lena Ingram. Lena, I was here a few years ago when you were receiving your recognition, and I was over there, and I was thinking to myself, gosh, I
I was new to the desert, and I was thinking, I hope one day that I could make an impact and give back to the community in the way that you were, and I'm so proud to be here doing that. So many of you may be familiar with my story, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But almost 3 years ago, I saw the need for more representation and diversity in the fitness world. So I became a volunteer fitness instructor. The fitness world can be very homogenous, and for many, it can be intimidating if there's no one that looks like you around. When I started teaching, many expressed their appreciation for the diversity, but I was also met with resistance. In fact, people tried to stop me, and when I eventually started my own class, I was even the victim of a hate crime. I didn't let it stop me, as I knew that this was only validating how important this was. Today, I have a wonderful class, full of diverse, dedicated individuals who inspire me regularly. All are welcome in my class. As a fitness instructor, I take responsibility for the environment I've created and actively try to make everyone feel welcome and included. It's my hope to inspire other instructors, business owners, and community leaders to do the same. If I may, I'd like to share some words of wisdom that have carried me through this journey. First, we all have our share of challenges and gifts. Identify and focus on those gifts and use them to make your community and the world a better place. Our time here is short. Use it to make your impact. Second, Pride is a wonderful time of unity and celebration. Let us remember that we are here, be able to congregate and celebrate because of those who have fought for us to have this right. The fight is not over. We must do the same for the next generation. When Pride ends, continue the camaraderie. Be aware that bigotry, discrimination, and misogyny all exist, even within our community. We must stay united and fight against it. If you hear something or see something, say something. Last, what would have been if I would have listened to those who tried to stop me? If it's worth fighting for, you will be met with resistance. If you have a goal and that you want to reach, do not let anybody stop you from achieving it. Thank you so much. I love you. This is awesome.
As we draw to a close for this year's Pride Honors Awards, I didn't want to go home tonight without collectively as a group acknowledging the suffering and the killings that have occurred not only in Israel but Palestine, and the suffering that will continue on both sides. So our hearts go out to those who've been killed and those who will continue to suffer. And we collectively stand strong, and I hope you would join me in standing strong with Israel. And I feel good. Rabbi David is here with us tonight, and just his presence in the room brings some really positive energy. So thank you for being here. So join me in celebrating the spirit, the drive, the commitment of each of tonight's recipients. We give thanks to each of them for making our community a better place, in some cases, a funnier place. Dee Dee. Congratulations to all the winners, and I'd like to say thanks to our presenters, Mayor Gardner, Ellen and Kay Irvine, Stephen Henke, Cathedral City Council Member Raymond Gregory, and former mayor, I didn't mention that earlier, thank you, Raymond, Steve Henke, and Chris Reed. Thank you for being our presenters tonight. This concludes our program. We will see you at Pride in a few weeks. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I'm very inspired by this evening's program. It's an amazing place to live, Palm Springs, California, and the greater Coachella Valley. And it's a beacon of light for LGBTQ people around the world. Many people who are living in places where they could be killed for revealing who they are. You know, we got to keep sticking together and fighting hate and working for a better world, a better planet. And the people here tonight certainly do that. And I'm sure you do too, in your own powerful way. Until next time, I'm Nicholas Snow, and this is PromoHomo.TV, connecting the circuitry of humanity by creating LGBTQ plus programming for everyone.
In a safe place, I got room to breathe. Been